Imagine thriving for centuries in magnificent cliffside cities, then vanishing without a trace.
High in the remote canyons of the American Southwest, a sophisticated civilization flourished. They built monumental stone cities directly into the towering cliffs, defying gravity and engineering. These were the Ancestral Puebloans, often known as the Anasazi, a people who mastered harsh landscapes, creating intricate societies and rich cultures for over 1,000 years.
Then, around 1300 AD, they left. Entire cities, meticulously constructed, stood suddenly empty. Their fields lay fallow, their homes silent. What force could compel an entire civilization to abandon their ancestral lands, leaving behind only echoes and an enduring mystery?
Archaeologists have spent centuries piecing together fragments of this enigma. One dominant theory points to an epic drought. Tree ring data reveals the late 13th century was one of the driest periods in a millennium. Crops failed, water sources dried up. Survival became a daily struggle, making their elaborate cliff dwellings untenable.
But was it solely environmental? Evidence suggests over-farming and deforestation by a growing population might have exacerbated the drought's impact. Their sophisticated irrigation systems, once lifelines, could no longer cope with the dwindling water supply and exhausted soil. The delicate balance they maintained with their environment was shattered.
Skeletal remains sometimes tell a darker story. Signs of violence, unhealed skull fractures, defensive wounds suggest escalating conflict, possibly over diminishing resources. Small, isolated groups might have been targeted, or internal strife could have fractured communities already under immense pressure, forcing a desperate exodus.
Could internal societal pressures or even disease have played a role? As resources dwindled and conflict grew, social structures might have frayed, leading to a breakdown in governance or communal cooperation. Though direct evidence of widespread disease is harder to pinpoint, it remains a silent, ever-present threat to any population under stress.
And then there's the more spiritual perspective. Perhaps the exodus was not a forced retreat, but a calculated decision, a migration guided by prophecy or a quest for new spiritual landscapes. They didn't simply vanish, they moved, seeking a fresh start, a new way of life that honored their traditions in a different environment. The artifacts left behind, intricate pottery, tools, even murals, offer tantalizing clues. Changes in architectural styles over time hint at evolving social structures and defensive needs. The very construction of the cliff dwellings themselves, in increasingly inaccessible locations, speaks volumes about a people facing profound challenges. Yet no definitive smoking gun has ever been found, no final written word explaining their departure.
What we do know is that the ancestral Puebloans didn't simply disappear from the earth. Their descendants are today's Pueblo, Hopi, and Zuni peoples, who carry forward rich traditions and oral histories that may hold pieces of the puzzle. The cliff dwellings stand as silent testaments to an ingenious people and a haunting question that continues to captivate us.
Unravel more ancient mysteries with us. Subscribe now.